Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking live at the MidFlorida Event Center in Port St. Lucie, Florida. It is time for Destiny Awaits. I'm Blake Chadwick, joined alongside Dan Evans. Dan is currently in the ring bringing out our first participants. But now let's talk about what we have on hand tonight. A great card for each and every one of you. 8 big matches, including multiple championships to be decided. The CCW women's titles on the line. The CCW tag team titles are on the line. And we're kicking things off tonight with the CCW Southeastern Championship in a clash of 2 of the top stars in all of Coastal Championship Wrestling. But once again, this is going to be a big night of action in our huge return to Port St. Lucie after really setting Port St. Lucie on fire back in July with Patriot Games. But here tonight, the King of Flight, Will Austin, who kicked things off the last time we were here in PSL, knocking off the Jake of all trades, Jake St. Patrick. Tonight, he gets a title opportunity as he's set to take on one of the busiest men in CCW in quite some time, the Southeastern Champion.
Weighing 199 pounds, here is Jackal Stevens.
And here comes the Southeastern Champion. He's really been on a tear as of late, taking on opponents on live events, on episodes of CCW Alive. You go back to a recent episode of Alive just a couple of weeks ago where we saw Jackal Stevens successfully defend that title in our main event against Alan S2S Martinez. You go back a few weeks prior to Bash at the Bruce 7, that grueling ladder match with Anthony Katina, a match we're still talking about to this day and will for many months to come. But Jackal Stevens looks to be back at 100% and looks to be ready to defend his title tonight, but he might have to take flight if he wants to walk out of Port St. Lucie with that Southeastern title around his waist.
This is going to be a great matchup, Blake. These two know each other so well. Both graduates of the CCW Training Facility, veterans in their own right now, both been wrestling for several years. And Jackal Stevens has a firm grasp on that Southeastern title, but Will Austin can beat anybody on any given day.
2 true cornerstones of CCW set to collide here tonight. And Dan, before you made your way back to the broadcast table, I was telling all of our fans how busy Jackal Stevens has been as of late, defending that title on live events, episodes of CCW Live, against all of the top competition, and he still has found a way to keep that title right around his waist.
Yeah, he's a tremendous fighting champion, and Jackal Stevens, as Will Austin can beat anybody on any given day, so can Jackal.
Talked about last time we were here, Will Austin knocking off Jake St. Patrick. Jackal Stevens got by 2 men he's very familiar with in the form of Agony and Alex Ocean, collectively known as American Horror Story. As we know, Ocean and Agony will hook it up in a big grudge match later on tonight. But here we go, bell sounds, we're underway. Opening contest tonight at Destiny Awaits. Jackal Stevens defending that CCW Southeastern Championship against Will Austin. Referee Chris Costa assigned to this contest.
Well, you never know what to expect from Austin. He extended a hand, Jackal took it, nice handshake. Looks like we're going to start off anyway with a scientific match. Nice double leg dive.
And he goes right to him, trying to take it to the mat. And Will Austin, we know, pretty respectful of his opponents, but it's not above Will Austin to maybe pull a trick a little low.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You know, he can wrestle with the best of them, but he's not above going to the dirty cactus when he needs to be.
And Will Austin almost embarrassing Jackal Stevens right here with a fine mat wrestling display. And you want to talk about confidence, Dan. I don't know whose confidence has grown more than Will Austin in 2021.
Well, the guy's head is huge. There's no doubt about that. It has been ever since I've known the guy. But, you know, he can back it up. But you don't want to raise the ire of Jackal Stevens. If you're able to out-wrestle and be thankful you can, don't try to tick him off.
He certainly talks the talk and he walks the proverbial walk as well, but he has a very stiff test in front of him tonight in the form of Jackal Stevens, who has dominated with the Southeastern Championship for quite some time. As these two jockeying for position right here, go behind by Will Austin. Austin has about 3 or 4 inches on Jackal Stevens, which very well could come into play as this match wears on. As Jackal Stevens there demonstrating that vintage Jackal jig. But Will Austin getting the best of him right there.
Austin taking exception to that. And Austin is all business tonight. Jackal likes to have a good time in the ring. Austin is all business.
Indeed, as Will Austin here has Jackal Stevens in the corner. And that knife edge chop reverberates all throughout the Mid-Florida Event Center. And Stevens comes right back with one of his own. And Jackal Stevens really lacing into Will Austin. And I believe with Jackal Stevens in recent weeks, battling in different forms, different types of styles, I think you're really seeing a lot more aggressiveness come out of Jackal Stevens here, and it's really paying off.
Yeah, he's a great technical wrestler, but he could slug it out with the best of. Wow, that one sounded like a shotgun, Blake.
As Will Austin here, off and running with that chop, has Stevens against the ropes, Irish whip, goes for the clothesline, Stevens ducks underneath, off the ropes, and the spin heel kick, beautifully done by Jackal Stevens. He's trying to capitalize here, Dan, hooks that inside leg, 1, 2, and a 2.5.
Well, it looks like he caught him right between the eyes with that spinning heel kick, and Austin is still trying to shake it off, taking the cobwebs loose, and Jackal Stevens is all over him.
And you have to imagine both men here looking just ahead, maybe 2 weeks, 13 days from now to be precise. Bash at the Brew 8 coming right back with more action down in Hialeah. And Will Austin there, picking up Jackal Stevens and dropping him. Stomach first right across that mat, catching him with a drop kick right there. Will Austin hooks the outside leg, 1, 2, and a near fall for the King of Flight.
That was a close one. Austin now measuring Jackal. Ooh, caught him right in that hamstring.
As Stevens now, of course not known as a high flyer, but does rely on those wheels to get himself going. And that could be compromised right here by Will Austin.
He will go to the air from time to time. He likes to use that blockbuster off the top rope.
Indeed he does. Also likes to utilize a slingshot from the outside in. We'll see if he's able to execute some of his signature maneuvers here. As Will Austin continuing to do more and more damage to that left knee of the CCW Southeastern champion. As the crowd trying to rally behind Jackal Stevens here. Will Austin certainly not feeling the same popularity he did back at Patriot Games against Jake St. Patrick.
Well, Jackal is a beloved figure here in CCW, but if fans like Austin as well, Jackal might just be a little bit more popular. That's not going to bother Austin, though. He's going after that belt. As
Stevens evades that ankle lock submission. And now Will Austin is down, and Jackal Stevens trying to pull himself to a vertical base here. You can see him barely able to put any weight on that left ankle, very ginger. And Will Austin, once again, like a shark smelling blood in the water, Dan, going right after that left ankle.
Yeah, I think he baited him in there. He wasn't badly hurt. Jackal following him in, and Will Austin was just waiting.
Austin looking to put him in position here. And the half crab is applied, and Dan, this is right in the center of the ring, nowhere for Stevens to go.
Yeah, he's in big trouble right now.
And Will Austin.
Austin relenting with that half crab, though. I'm not sure I understand why. He had him, as you said, Blake, right in the center of the ring. Could have been a mistake.
Doing more damage, though, on that left knee of Stevens. And now Will Austin here, showing off that cockiness, not really staying on the aggressive end of the offense. Trying to coax Stevens in. And Jackal Stevens here having a difficult time standing. And Will Austin going to exploit it with that turning suplex. Here we go, Dan. Lateral press, hooks that outside leg. 1, 2, and 2 3/4 somehow.
That could not have been much closer, Blake.
Stevens slips that shoulder up as we were on the cusp of a brand new Southeastern champion.
Austin questioning the referee, Christopher Costa, as are the fans.
And Will Austin here possibly making a mistake. Not going after Stevens. And now Jackal, goes for the springboard. You see, Dan, his knee nearly gives out and he almost slipped right off.
You're 100% right.
Here we go, there's a cover, 2.
That knee buckled, he didn't get all of that kick, but he got enough for a 2 count. Does he have enough to capitalize now and continue his onslaught on Will Austin? Austin down, Jackal back up, but he's on shaky legs.
Jackal Stevens, despite his vibrant personality, a very smart wrestler. Right now, his offensive game plan cannot go to form due to this knee. We'll see how he's able to recover and shift gears here. And Will Austin, once again, trying to do more damage while Stevens is perched up on that top turnbuckle.
Another vicious knife edge chop. Jackal really making a mistake trying to go to the top rope. He was hobbling up there. Clearly does not have the stability.
Both men in a very precarious spot. Stevens pushes Austin off. The King of Flight in a supine position. Jackal Stevens going from the second turnbuckle all the way upstairs. But that compromised knee might have kept him a step slow. And Austin with the step up in Zaguri here.
Austin always so quick to recover. He's got tremendous resilience.
As Stevens in position is Will Austin. Spanish fly off the top.
Austin landed in a bad way, though. It looked like he landed on his head, Blake.
Both men are down. The CCW Southeastern Championship hanging the balance here.
We could have a draw here. Both men could be counted out. Referee up to a 3 count.
As referee Chris Costa administering a count here. Dan, of course, if he gets the 10, Stevens would retain that championship. So a little more desperation here by the King of Flight. And he's going to go right back to that ankle lock, and he cinches it in here.
Jackal looking for the ropes. Austin's got him just about the center of the ring, Blake.
And he's going to pull him right back, and now he's going to grapevine the leg. Jackal Stevens' title starting to slip out of his grasp.
Stevens desperately crawling towards the ropes. He's just inches away now.
We might be on the verge of a brand new Southeastern champion, but somehow Jackal Stevens finds his way into the bottom rope.
Unbelievable. What a match we're leading off here in Destiny Awaits. Will Austin almost had that Southeastern title via submission. Where's this one going to end up, Blake?
And Austin here has to be feeling a bit of frustration after being unable to close the door there with that ankle lock submission. And now Stevens pulling himself to his feet. Will Austin needs to continue on the offensive. Comes back with a forearm. Stevens with a European uppercut. Here we go, back and forth right in the center of the ring. Stevens with the Irish whip. Off he goes. Down goes Austin once. How about a second time? Inverted atomic drop. And a big scoop slam. Down goes the King of Flight. Will Jackal Stevens be able to hit that springboard senton? And that knee and ankle starting to look like he's gotten a second wind.
Well, he's ignoring the pain, Blake. He's got to be.
The adrenaline flowing here, Dan, but only 2.5.
That leg cannot be 100%, but he knows he's got to give it everything he's got at this point to put Austin away.
And Jackal Stevens here. Looks like he's calling for the end of Will Austin. Can he ground the King of Flight? I don't know if he can, as Will Austin once again grapevining that leg, going right for the ankle lock a third time here. Stevens trying to kick out of it, and Jackal, out of desperation perhaps, is able to escape. And Will Austin there goes for the springboard cutter, and he nails it, Dan, right in the center of the ring. We might have a new Southeastern champion, 2, 3, no! No!
It couldn't have been any closer. That was just a millimeter away, and Austin is not happy about it.
Chris Costa's hand was coming down for a third time, and just like that,
Stevens was trying to grab Austin. Austin just broke away from him, hit that rope, and nailed that stunner. What a beautiful maneuver. Stevens is just hanging on by an edge.
somehow Jackal is able to break free. As Will Austin here, gonna go back to the well one more time. Stevens has it well scouted. Charges in as Will Austin. Stevens grabs him. Olympic slam right there, he nails it. Can he make the cover? If he gets him here, Dan, this can do it. 1, 2, and somehow Austin kicks out. Jackal Stevens has finished off numerous opponents with that Olympic slam, but not here tonight in Port St. Lucie.
That is his closer 9 times out of 10, Blake. But Austin is not to be denied at Destiny Awaits. Both men now slugging it out.
And Dan, both men are going to have to dig much deeper into their playbook here, as key maneuvers that they finish off opponents with typically are not working. As Austin's got him up here. It's position. Stevens, inside cradle. 1, 2, 3. Stevens
got him. The winner of the match, and still Southeastern Heavyweight Champion, Jackal Stevens.
So our first of 3 championship matches are in the books tonight, and this one lives up to the expectations. Jackal Stevens slips by Will Austin and retains the Southeastern Championship.
Man, he really pulled that one out of the bag, Blake. Unbelievable. Jackal Stevens showing why he is the Southeastern Heavyweight Champion. Take nothing away from Will Austin. He had him a couple of times in that match. Christopher Costa's going to have some answers that he's going to have to give to Austin in the back. He's not happy, but he's going to live to fight another day.
The fighting champion marches on here at CCW. What a way to set the pace at Destiny Awaits. A loaded card on hand tonight, and we are just getting started. I mentioned 3 championship matches, folks. Let's get it going with title number 2. Tag team action, the South American Alliance defending the tag team titles against the Resident Scumbags. It's coming up next here in Port St. Lucie. What the hell is this about? And Will Austin taking out Jackal Stevens. Dan Evans and I alluding to Will Austin, unafraid to take the low road from time to time. What a shocking way to kick things off tonight. As these fans none too pleased with what they just saw. And you have to imagine, folks, the issues between Jackal Stevens and Will Austin in the Southeastern Championship far, far from over here in CCW.
Stone Design, from fabrication to installation of natural stone and quartz. Sick of seeing the same old kitchen? Revamp with us. Call us today or check us out online at bocastonedesign.com.